fight with Thunderfoot, but I haven't managed to pull it off yet. But he's so full of shit in so many ways. No, it's probably part of his popularity is just he's just so pompous and pretentious. I mean, that really does work for whatever reason. I don't know why. Yeah, well, there is a certain whatever. I mean, you do have to speak people's language, so to speak. So I probably need to do more of the Carl Sagan style thing or something. Billions and billions and billions of people in the world, and yet we only have, a few trillion dollars to spread around with all those people. So we need billions and billions and billions of more dollars. Trillions, well, something like that. Oh, Carl Sagan science, pretty good. Have to have that right in my pocket. Yeah, I know. Well, Carl Sagan was a nice guy, but he was kind of full of shit. Well, I really don't get that comment. You can look at Thunderfoot and understand how the horrors of World War II happened. I mean, that's just so outrageously fucktarded. What? It's just, god damn. Well, you can just look at Thunderfoot and know why people molest children. What the hell are you talking about, you fucktard? What the hell does Thunderfoot have to do with World War II? I don't know. You are really fucking loony.
I think he means like Thunderfoot's hatred of like Muslims is similar to Nazis' hatred of Jews.
I get it. Yeah, I don't, whatever. I don't even think it's a hatred of Muslims. I just think it's a cheap association. It's just like red baiting or whatever. It's like, it's just so ignorant, so superficial. Like, oh, the problem is their ignorant, dumb religion. And we're going to ignore all these social politics and just go with some kind of silly argument. And it's too simplistic. I mean, if you put Christians over there in the same circumstance, you get the same fucking result. You get a bunch of fanatical Christian tribes all out to try to kill us. I mean, it doesn't matter what the religion is. It's the circumstance it exists in that's the problem. Fundamentalism will always thrive in that environment. Wait till this country wait till the poor start getting poorer here. There's going to be a lot more fanatical Christianity going on.
In countries where the working class is the highest standard of living, like especially Northern Europe, they have the least instance of religion. So.
Yeah, hard to say whether those two things correlate at all. But
bullshit because if you imagine your mother and someone comes to you and insulted your mother, and it's going to piss you off. You're going to want to be violent with them, I think. That's kind of natural to a certain extent. And these fuckers on YouTube are doing drama Muhammad, blatantly insulted their religion, how they see themselves in the world, their relationship to the universe. But what the fuck kind of reaction do they expect? Hugs from the Muslims? I mean, fuck them.
Well, no, well, it is really dumb. I mean, it's almost like the race thing or something. You know what I mean? It's like using somebody's race, like, oh yeah, so the murderer was a black man, and then using that, to malign all black people or something. I mean, it's a stupid tactic. I mean, you just don't go there if you don't have to. I mean, we should punish the fanatics. I mean, every time a fanatic does something stupid, puts one of their little fajadas on somebody or whatever death thingies, then we should just put one on them and leave it at that. And just say whatever evil comes out of their mouth, we'll do the same thing. So if you sit there and say you're going to kill somebody for speaking, well then we're going to kill you. We're going to pay people $1 million to kill you. How's that? But we're not going to sit there and kill all Muslims. It's just bullshit.
In the conflicts in the Middle East, do you think it's fair to tell the people, the Muslims and the Jews, to just all share the land, like, and stop preferring their group just because they're of the same religion?
Yeah, well, I don't know how you solve the Israel problem. I mean, it exists, but yeah, I mean, it's not resolvable. You can't reconcile the two religions. So, yeah, I don't know what to do. I mean, how do you fix the Palestinian problem? There's now more Palestinians than there were when they lived on the land. I mean, it's just, if somebody always has that to throw back at you, well, my father, you're living on my father's property, or my grandfather's property, or, you know what I mean? It's a messy circumstance, and so I just don't know how do you undo it, I mean, my father used to always joke that, something like, well, they should have given the Jews New York City and just left it at that. It's like, yeah, I mean, you had to do something after World War II because they went through this horrible thing, and so you had to do something, and what they did was the wrong thing. I mean, it was just kind of silly to create a fundamentalist Jewish state in the middle of, a place that is, notoriously anti-Semitic. It's just stupid.
It was a religious thing, though. I mean, they probably thought like Yahweh would save them or something.
Well, I mean, they're thinking that, well, we're Mohawks and we lived on the land 500 years ago. Well, too bad you don't live there no more, you dumbasses. I mean, it's just kind of silly to try to take back, 1,000-year-old land or something. I mean, it just is not going to work. I mean, you think the Apaches someday are going to, we're coming back, take our land back? I mean, yeah, I don't think it's going to happen.
What I see is a lot of Jews in North America support Israel, and a lot of Muslims support the Palestinians. And they're not basing their support on any principle or any logic. It's just based on tribal affiliation. And do you think it's right?
It's the home team.
Yeah, do you think it's right to just tell them, stop supporting it just because you're that, and just stop being such a part of this group identity, and let's all be humans, and it's just land. Everybody can live there. Everybody can live anywhere.
Yeah, but I just don't know how you're going to do that as a practical matter. I mean, it's nice sentiment, but I just don't know how you do it, because they want their identity. Jews want to be Jewish, and Arabs want to be Arab, and Muslim, and all that shit. So they're not gonna make the concessions that you're obligating them to make. And the only way we got anything out of them at all is we keep bribing them. We keep paying people not to kill each other. But that gets kind of expensive. It's a lot of money you got to keep paying Egypt to, quit fucking around. Billions of dollars a year has to be thrown at that black hole just to try to keep things from really getting worse.
Yeah, I know they're practically not going to renounce their identities, but do you think it's worth asking them to, or expecting them to, or trying to push toward people renouncing identities and becoming a collective human species?